Yeah, welcome to this evening session of Superstars International Superstars Team Training. I'm glad to see all of you tonight, and I believe we are going to learn from what we have today for you. And I'm going to be the trainer for today. My name is Pearose Cherotich. Pearose, I am a teacher by profession. Before this opportunity, I was teaching in high school. I'm a mathematics and physics teacher, but after joining this opportunity within only 7 months, I was able to go all the way to world team. And I remember I decided to take a bold step and even quit my job. And I'm super excited because the training that I got the very time that I joined has carried me through and has been able to help me to grow my business. And I know tonight on this call, we all want to grow. And today is the 14th of February. Happy Valentine's to everyone. I believe you have enjoyed your day with your loved ones. I wish you a happy Valentine. I'm really excited that you got time to come through so that we can train together. And because this is a very important aspect in our business, training is really very important. It's never optional. And it doesn't matter where you come from, whether you have had a lot of training in whatever you are doing. In this business, you have to come in and train. And that is what I did. And that is how I was able to retire early from my job, because I got to understand that there are very important skills that I need to learn. And there is no way we can learn those skills apart from by coming to training and also practicing the skills. So I know we have people from all over the country, Kenya, and we have people from outside Kenya. And what we are going to learn today is going to make your business to grow to higher levels. And how many of us on this call would really want to grow their businesses? How many of us would want to grow an empire, a network marketing empire, a huge team? You can imagine in the next 5 to 10 years, you can have over 1 million people in your team. You know, as looking at the population in Africa, for example, we are so many, it's not even an eighth of the people who have known about network marketing, meaning there's a lot of space. I can see Faith, Gaira, Galaxy Note 10, thank you so much for your comments. Yes, you are going to grow your business because you are going to train. And very, very important, if you want to grow your business, you have to learn some skills. And these skills are very, very important. We have to know that in every area of life, there has to be some skills that you have to master to be able to grow. And in our business, we have only 7 skills that we have. 7 skills. So if you're writing, you can write skill number 1. Skill number 1 is prospecting. A very important skill that we are going to be looking at today, because that is where now you look for new people. That is skill number 1. Skill number 2 is inviting. And those are the 2 skills we are looking at today, prospecting and inviting. How do you do it if you want to grow your business? Number 3 skill is presenting. So you cannot present to people you have not prospected nor invited. So there is prospecting, inviting, then presenting. Then we also have closing. That is number 4. Number 5 is follow-up. Number 6 is starting the distributor right. And number 7 is promoting events. Those are the main skills, so that everyone on this call, even if you are so new, you just joined our business today, those are very important skills that finally, and actually these skills, they are intertwined. You know, one cannot work without the other one. For success to happen, you have to master all the 7 skills. It takes time, and that is why we say that we are not in a get-rich-quick scheme. It takes time for you to master the game or to master the skills. So it's very important that you start mastering one skill after the other. And they come in order like that: prospecting, inviting, presenting, closing, follow-up, starting the distributor right, and promoting events. So they go like that. So that if you lack one, then the rest will not be a success. And that is why it's very important for you to do that. So we are going to start with the first two, and today we are going to tackle that. And I hope that what I'm going to share will help you. And you cannot only be helped by the knowledge, you also have to apply that knowledge so that tomorrow when you are going out there, you are going to prospect. So prospecting is the art of looking for people or prospective people who can join your business, who can become your downlines, you can use to grow your empire. You know, the first thing is that you need to be very interested in people. You have to be interested in people. You really have to have that heart of the people, because people can easily read you or read your thinking. If you want to misuse them, they will always read. So it's very important to be interested in people. Now, remember, we go out and we prospect. And you know, there are so many people who join the business, and might be you are on this call and you are just that person I'm talking about. There are so many people who join the business, and they normally ask, do I know anybody? That is one question that really people ask a lot. So there are many people who believe that if they know so many people, they are going to be successful in this business. And if they don't know many people, they are doomed to, they won't succeed. So people think that by knowing so many people, that's why you find there are many people who join the business and say, oh, you pastors, you Reverend Simon Malusi, you know, he has a huge gathering in church, and so he's going to be very successful. If you are a teacher, you know, they say, oh, you know how to present, so you are going to be successful. Especially knowing people. You want to recruit your MCA or your chief because you think they know a lot of people. No, our business requires what we call prospecting skills, okay? So this is not true to think that if you know a lot of people, you're gonna be successful. It is not. You may even, in fact, you can go to a new place, you can go to Sudan, and you know no one, and you can still build the business. That is the beauty about this business. So the first thing, of course, we know there are many ways of meeting people, which I'm still going to talk about. But how is your posture when you are meeting people? How do you look? And it goes back to, are we using the product? Do you look like the product? You have to look presentable before you even prospect anyone, you know? If you meet someone and you greet them and they refuse to greet you back, obviously there is a problem. Either they have a problem or you have a problem. And when you are the one who has a problem, maybe your posture was not okay, you did not even maybe say hi in a proper way, or you waited for so long when you meet someone in a public transport like here in our country, and you've gone so far, you didn't greet them, then you from nowhere you start greeting them. They always smell a rat. So it's very important that you put your posture right, and especially on how you look. Do you look like someone who can attract? You look like someone who the other person wants to talk to? You know, are you smiling? You know, those kind of things. Before you think about prospecting, look at yourself in the mirror in the morning, speak to yourself, try to smile, you know, practice smiling so that when you go out there, for successful prospecting, you need to look very nice. Also dress well, not exaggerated, but at least dressing very well. Not expensive also, but dressing in a way that is presentable. So those are some of the things you need to even do before you even prospect. So there are 3 types of people in our business, and maybe each one of us on this call, you need to gauge yourself and know, where am I? 3 types of people. The number 1 person is called posers, P-O-S-E-R-S, posers. Posers, and then number 2, we have amateurs, A-M-A-T-E-U-R-S, amateurs. And number 3, we have professionals. So where are you? I'm going to describe each one of them, and I would like you to just type down there. When I hit the point where you are, you can type it. Because this is an interactive session. Even though we are not together, we really need to interact. So posters are, when it comes to finding prospects, posters, just make a mental list of 3, 4, 5 people based upon the response. I mean, 3, 4, 5 people they hope will join their business. So these are people when you just ask them to get you even a list, they only give you 3 to 5 people. They don't want to write so many people. And they think those 3 to 5 people are their ticket to wealth. So when they are turned down by them, then they feel like, oh, this business is not me. It is not for me. So if they are lucky enough to get one joining or one saying yes, they can still extend their career for some time, but they don't last very long if they don't move to be amateurs. So posters just make a small mental list, and sometimes they don't even just write down. Or someone who comes into the meeting and they are like, oh, if it is about people, let me just get my chief. The chief will get everyone in the village. So they think that those few people are going to be their ticket to wealth, you know. So hopefully before they quit, if they don't quit, they eventually decide to stop being a poster and upgrade to be an amateur. So, you know, most people in this business, including myself, I started off as a poster. I remember when I did when the presentation was done to us, I just thought about my sister and I said, my sister is very influential. So if I get her in, she's going to bring everyone. I actually decided to pay for my sister, and to date, she has never done anything in the business. So I was a poster, but I decided to move to be an amateur, you know. So posters are, and it's very important to really, if they don't move quickly to be amateurs, then they are not going to survive in the business. So are you there and you just joined the business and you are thinking, if I bring so and so, they are going to make me very wealthy. Okay, so 80% of the people who join our business are posters. Okay, 8 out of 10 of every distributor who joins their business, they have that poster mentality. And so it's very important that we educate these people. Okay, and posters believe that there are real chances in luck. And so, and when the luck does not happen, they don't last in the business. The second group is called amateurs. Amateurs, instead of a small mental list, they make a written list. They can even make to 100 prospects. And I think all of us are almost there, because maybe when the presentation was done, you were asked to give 50 names or 100 names, something like that. So amateurs, and when they make this big list like 100, of course, this is a step in the right direction. So these are people who go out with a lot of excitement. They have written a list of 100 people. Without any skill, they start approaching these people. And, you know, they begin to prospect. They talk to them. People are saying, no, 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 no. And because they lack skill, they don't even know how to present. They just go and say, oh, come to the meeting because there are some products I want to show you. Things like that. Of course, that is someone who does not have the skill. And so, as the people say no, and the list is getting finished or diminishing, their anxiety goes up. Because contrary to their expectation, people are saying no. And of course, the list is only of those people they know, the people that they have their phone numbers. So when the biggest fear that these people have is running out of people to talk to. And this is one of the biggest fear. I remember after writing a list of 60 people the first time when I was told to write a list, I talked to everyone and they were also saying no. And I felt so bad because when I was at number 40, I knew, and all had said no, I knew that I'm doomed. This is not the kind of business for me. And this is where so many people, they quit. And when you call them, they tell you, oh, nobody could join my team. Are you there and you are an amateur? Now we need to progress and move to be professionals. No one starts as a professional, by the way. So don't worry about being a poster or an amateur. You can graduate, okay? You can graduate because we have the third category, that is the professionals. These are people who actually approach finding prospects, or they are finding quality people. they approach finding prospects as a skill. It's a skill. So these are people, yes, they will make a list of people, even 100. But what they do is that they are not interested in luck. So they will keep adding the people. The professional starts with a written list, and then they make a commitment to never stop adding to the list. So even if you did a list of 100 people you want to talk to, every day, make sure you are adding to the list. Let's say you add 2 people every day. Imagine your list will grow. So you add to the list the new people you're going to meet, either physically, on social media, those kind of things. So these people or the professionals, they make a commitment. Commitment is where you are so disciplined. You want to be adding names every day. So they have a focused commitment to never stop adding to the list. And the list is what we call an active candidate list. Of course, it's a referral or a list that you want to talk to, but it's an active candidate list. That is, you are adding every day. So if you had 100 people in the beginning, then you can keep adding the list. If you add 2 every day, you can be sure your list will continually grow. And I've been reading this book. There's a book here. I don't know anyone who has ever read this book by Harvey Mackay. The book is titled Dig Your Well Before You Get Thirsty. Dig Your Well Before You Get Thirsty. And Harvey Mackay gives a story. This is where he talks about networking, how you network with other people. Have you had someone even you met yesterday and they are asking money from you? Yes, of course. You meet many people and they are so new, and the following day they are just become your friends and they are saying, oh, send me 5,000 shillings. So this guy is saying, dig your well before you get thirsty. Is that person, oh, wow, I can see Dr. Malusi. Wonderful. You have the book. Wow, I would recommend all of us to have that book, Dig Your Well Before You Get Thirsty. So the father, actually at the age of 18, his father sat him down and told him that starting that day that he talked to him, for the rest of his life, he told him to take every person they meet, their contact information, and find a creative way to stay in contact with them. So he was told to find everybody they meet, they are going to take their contact information. Imagine from age 18. So he's now over 60 years, he has over 20,000 people in his network. He would take the contacts, but also be saying hi. And sometimes it's not just about taking contacts. Are you going to be actively involved in talking to these people or even interacting with them, creating a rapport until they get interested in what you're doing? And of course, that is the key thing in our business. Dig your well before you get thirsty. And I love it so much. Please read it. So there are 4 steps I want to give you of how you become a professional. Because we all want to be professionals. Number 1, make a list. By the way, if you've never made a list, please make it again. I know there are those people who made a list and the list was given to maybe Pearose or your upline director. No, that should not be the case. If you don't have the list with you, then you never made a list. Just buy a book like this one of mine that I'm using now. Buy a book and start writing a list. So make a list of people that are maybe in your phone book, make a list. It's called a name list. How many of us have a name list? Please chat down there if you have a name list. And a name list is not a name list until it is over 100 names. Okay? So name list, you have it. Make your name list as comprehensive as possible. This is very important. Make your name list as comprehensive as possible. That means you include every person you can think of. Include everybody. Include everyone you can think of. it doesn't matter whether you think they are a prospect or not. Okay. So these are people in your phone book, people you went to school with. It may be that you don't have their number even. You may not even be having their number, but it's good to write their names down. So you remember a schoolmate or a neighbor you ever lived together, just write their name. You don't have, so that next time you can fill in the number. There's a way you can get the number. You may meet another schoolmate who knows the number to that person and they will give you. So just write the names. And if they are negative, put them on your list. Because there are many people who, even when someone is negative, they delete their numbers. And that was me, by the way. Initially, when I started the business and you said no to me, I didn't have any business with you. Next time, I actually deleted your number. But that's not the way to go. Remember, things change after every 6 months. There are so many things that change in life. And maybe that person now wants to come to you and find a solution to something which we can provide using your business, your new life business. And if they come and then you are like, who are you? Those kind of things. They wouldn't even join you. So if you hate them, put them on your list. Yeah. Because today maybe someone is an enemy, but tomorrow they will be your friends. Just put them on your list. If they are your best friends, put them on your list. If they say they will never join network marketing, just put them on your list. Don't worry about what you will do with the list. If they are 98 or 89 or 19, put them on your list. Okay? So it's very important that you put everyone on your list. It is important to do this because as you empty your mind on paper, it will make more room for new contacts to find the room in there. So it's very, very important. So that is the first step. And don't also forget that even the people you know, now we are going to step 2. We normally have what we call the 6 degrees of separation. I don't know how many of us know that. It's also in this book. 6 degrees of separation. What does it mean? It means it's a concept that we are only 6 contacts away from any person in the world. From all the 7 billion people around the world, we are only 6 contacts away. So that because I know Lily, I know Margaret, I know Simon, I know Faith, I know Josephat, just 6 of them, I can easily know everyone around, around the world. So that is what we call 6 degrees of separation. So what we say is that looking at your list, think about the people these people know in your list. For example, if it's your brother, they could be having a friend whom you know. It's also good to write them on your list. If it is your nephew, they could be having a friend they know, So think about the members of your family. Who do they know? Then you add them to your list. So that means you are adding another, a third party on your list. So like if your parents, they have friends, So think about those people. So add them to your list. So think about all the relationships you have in your life. Who do they know? And you also add them to your list. So then number 3, constantly expand your list. Constantly expand your list. Never stick with 100 or even 400. No. Constantly expand your list. When I started this business, I think I had a small phone, and my phone only had my phone had about 25 contacts. On 17th of July 2010, I had only 25 contacts on my phone because, of course, maybe my parents, my husband, my parents-in-law, very few people. I had only 25 people in my contact. Guess what? This is my phone and those are my contacts. Right now, there are 12,298. on my phone from 25. So what have I been doing all over the years? What I have been doing is that I have been expanding my list. If I stuck to the 25, obviously I wouldn't grow the business. So expand your list. When I look at this, I've really expanded my list. 12,000 people, of course, including all of you, all the members of Superstars, most of them, I have their contact. So expand your list. So this is why the professionals call it an active candidate list. It never stops growing. So you can choose and be very disciplined. That is why we talk about commitment. How many people do you want to add on a daily basis? That is a question you should be asking, you know? Then when you add these people, have a way of staying in contact with them. Even before you tell them about the business, have a way of staying in contact with them. You know, as a professional, you develop a higher level of awareness, you know? You should know that you can easily be introduced to new people every now and then, and so you need to add. So if you, for example, if you add 2 people every day to your list, 2 people is very easy. Remember, you are getting it even from social media and wherever. 2 people every day, just 2 people. If you did that for 6 days a week, let's say you don't even do it on Sunday. Of course, Sunday is one of the best days to prospect because maybe you meet new people in church. That means if you only did it for 6 days a week, it is about 600 new people in a year. Can you imagine 600 new people in a year? But you see, we are talking about 2 a day for 6 days in a week. You will get 600 new people in a year. You think you can build a big business with 600 new people? Yes. And even if half of them don't join you, 300 is quite a good number. Even if a quarter of them didn't join you, joined you, that is 150. That is quite a good number. So 600, and in 5 years, it will be 3,000 people. And guess what? If you just get 1,000 people joining you directly, you will actually be a 5-diamond direct. So do you see why professionals they don't worry about running out of people? Yes, because they have this active candidate list. So let us do this, Superstars. From today, if you have not been doing it, just be disciplined. Every day, add a certain number to your list. Me, I add 3. If you want to grow, the minimum should be 2. Just add 2 people every day. And I'm telling you, your business will grow. Okay? Then step number 4, network on purpose. Network on purpose. Be very intentional when you are networking. You know, when you set out to go for a wedding, yes, you are going for a wedding of maybe a friend or a child or whoever. Be there and also connect with people. Prospect. It's something simple. It's not, just make it part of your life. You don't have to say, now I'm going to prospect at this point. No. Just talk with people. General talk, and you will have prospected. But of course, you have to do it intentionally. Network on purpose. Okay? Don't hide from the world. Move out there and network. You are going for a burial, yes. Don't present when you meet them there. Don't present. When you are prospecting, there is no presentation at all. Don't even mention the company to people. Don't mention so much, Just connect. And in the process of connecting, let me tell you something. As you keep in touch with them, you realize that maybe they have a need which our business can fulfill. So it's very, very important to network on purpose. So that is on prospecting, and I think we will continue talking about that in the near future. We'll keep bringing up this topic so that we can understand. Now we move to the next one, which is inviting. So after you have been keeping in contact with these people, how do you invite them? So that is the number 2 skill, which is inviting. It is a very important skill, learning how to properly invite people to look at your business or your products. It is actually a gateway skill in network marketing. So if you don't have this skill, it will be very hard for you to, even if you prospected. And I remember I'm one of those people who really struggled with inviting, because I would prospect. Me, I can prospect you anywhere. And by the way, when you are prospecting, also make sure that you are giving people positive comments, Comment, you can even, maybe if you are a lady and there's another lady with you and they have a nice handbag, you can just tell them your handbag is nice. Everybody wants a positive comment in this life. So when you do that, you are starting to connect with them. So always compliment someone and be very genuine when you are complimenting. Don't say, oh, your bag is nice and the bag is not nice. Your hair is cut very nice. Like me, I find so many people telling me that the way I shave my hair is really good. But rarely do they prospect. Of course, when they also tell me, they compliment, I start telling them we can share notes. Then I tell you how I do it. Oh, you cut your hair and this one looks very curly. They tell me that you are going to be my next prospect, So those are some of the things. Don't just ignore when people tell you you look nice, your face is shining. Yeah? Don't say, oh, it is God. Yes, it is God, but of course it is God together with the product. So tell these people, yes, I can tell you the secrets. You can give me your contact. So it's very important. Then now inviting. So looking at how do you bring people into the business? Most people behave like hunters instead of being fishermen. We need not to be hunters. As a hunter, you're always moving out with the goal of bagging an elephant. Like you're using your opportunity like a gun. You just want to shoot at everyone you meet. That is not the right approach. Just going to pitch everyone with your opportunity is not caring about relationships. Time will come when this person surely will need the business, So when you find that you are hunting people, you are really looking out. People can easily tell when you are hunting. They feel hunted, and so they run away from you. So people who are professionals, they behave more like farmers. Farmers will plant seeds. Of course, planting seeds is just connecting, prospecting like that. But then you cultivate, you weed, you do everything. So you need to cultivate relationships for you to be able to invite. And when you are inviting, you use a fishing method, the way of fishing. Because when one is fishing, they attract. So the fishing rod has something to attract the fish all the time. But a hunter will go running after the predator. So we need to be very careful so that we don't look like we are hunting for people. When you are hunting for people, you normally behave like you are desperate. It's like your whole life depends on, their decision, things like that. So the first thing that is very, very important, of course, when you realize, because as you talk to this person, as you engage with them, you will get to know their needs. For example, if they start telling you, oh, I was in hospital, I have a very bad backache. You have just been interacting. So you realize this is a person who needs what? Products. If they start telling you, oh, I was, my kid has not reported to school because of school fees. This person requires this opportunity so that they can make money. So once you discover the need, for example, you'd always ask them now. You can now use our inviting script. It's also called the prospecting and inviting script. In our superstars team, we have a script. So, and sometimes they even ask you, what do you do? Because, you know, they are always curious. So you tell them, I'm part of a dynamic organization called Superstars Team. And in our team, we help people to earn better, you know, look better, you know, by using high quality products and even travel the world. Do you have 15 minutes of your time so that we can meet and sit down and I show you the business? So that is our script. So you can still use that script, or you can send them the video. We have a video in our Superstars team, the one that is done by me and Josphat. That is also a prospecting video. You've talked to this person. And you know, in that video, we are just introducing the concept of our business together with Josphat. We have not mentioned Neolive anywhere. We only mention about Superstars. And at the end of the video, we tell that person you are going to send the video to get back to you. So we tell them, get back to the person who sent you this video, and they'll show you more. So if you can give them the prospecting script or even just the video. And for those who are very new, after this, we are going to send you the video. After that, now you can invite them to a presentation. So the presentation can be a one-on-one presentation, a two-on-one presentation, a three-way phone call. It can also be a three-way phone call. It's a Zoom meeting, you know, online Zoom meeting. It can be a group presentation like the one we have tomorrow in Nairobi, the Market Mansion, or just a convention like the one we have on the 11th of March. Convention, yes. So you can invite them there now. So the tool that you are going to send them, which is the video, can act as a very important tool when you are prospecting this person, because it will always tell you whether they're interested to come or not. Okay, so the beauty about the tool is that it's going to educate this person. They may not even ask more questions before they come, because most of the questions have been answered. Okay, and when I talk about events, somebody is asking about the name of the book. Dig your well before you get thirsty. So the events that you can invite the prospects are ranging from one-on-one to big events like the convention. By the way, next month on the 11th, we have our International Superstars Team Convention, and guests will be coming in free. I want us to really start inviting now. The beauty about such events, especially after they have reviewed the tool, is that they will find a lot of excitement. You know, people move because of enthusiasm. They make decisions when they are enthusiastic. And meeting enthusiastic people in an event will actually push them to grow, okay? They will also be able to get a variety of stories of how things are going for other people. They'll get a variety of stories on how things are going for other people. You see, if maybe they are teachers and you are not a teacher, if they come to a convention like next month, they will hear from Pearose, who was a teacher. If they are doctors and you are not a doctor, they will hear from Dr. Simon Malusi, who is a doctor, while you are not. So the beauty about bringing people to the big events like the convention is that they are going to learn from different stories. And again, there is something that we call social proof. They will discover, oh, this is something that is done by so many people. They'll meet so many people there. So this physical interaction is very important, and it will help to build their trust. Okay, so I'm just going to put in, like, there's a rule when you are also inviting people. A very, very important rule that will help you to grow yourself. One of the rules, so that you are not discouraged, is that you emotionally detach yourself from the outcome. Emotionally detach yourself, because sometimes you find when people say no in a row, it can be so discouraging if you are emotionally attached to the outcome. So be emotionally detached so that you are not discouraged. I remember one of our president team members in Uganda, Janet Bugembe. She talked about talking to 180 people, everybody saying no. the 181st person is the one who said yes. And now that person is a president team member also. So if you had 20 no's, would you quit? Can you imagine someone was able to wait until 181 people? How many of us have that waiting, that patience to wait for 180 people to say no? I think most of us won't. And that is where the rubber meets the road. You know, some people, you know, that saying no is actually helping you because you are getting closer to your yes. So the more the people who say no, it's okay. You are learning and you are improving your skills even of speaking to people. So it's very, very important. Don't let that, affect you. Emotionally detach yourself from the outcome and it will make your work easier. Okay? And then there's professional invitation looks like this. When you're inviting someone, whether it's someone you know or you don't, this person you met, they were strangers and now you know one another, yes. So always when you're inviting, you should be in a hurry. You are not supposed to be like, oh, you know, always let people know you are so busy, okay? So you can say, I don't have a lot of time to talk, but it was really important I reach you. You know, I'm running out of the door, but I needed to talk to you really quick. So be in a hurry. Don't always look like you have all the time, even if it's on the phone. So be in a hurry, then compliment the prospects, you know. Last time we met, I was so excited, you know, to have met such a humble person like you. You know, I saw that you are a dreamer. You know, that is a compliment. So make a compliment. So first, be in a hurry. Number two, compliment the prospect. Then number three, now make the invitation. Invite them. Okay? If I would you know, that is the question that we normally use. If I would invite you to this, would you be interested in learning more? If I would show you, if this person has been sick, if I would show you some products that can help you get better, would you be interested in hearing about it? Then another step is get the time commitment. Don't say like, we are going to meet on Tuesday. Get the time commitment. Then the next one is confirm the time commitment. Sure, at 2 o'clock we are going to meet, you know, like that. So let the person confirm, okay? Then you can schedule the next call. You can tell them before the Tuesday, I'm going to call you on Sunday to remind you, something like that. And you get off the phone. So that is a way of inviting. And that one will really make, you know, when you are in a hurry, for example, it really shows people that you are a serious person and very busy. People don't want to be like you own the whole time in the world. So they would not take you very serious. So if you do that, I'm telling you, you are going to get so many people coming for those meetings that you are going to invite them, whether it's a one-on-one, you are meeting these prospects on a one-on-one basis and things like that. So that is the way you prospect and also you invite. And of course, these are the two core skills, because unless you get the prospect to reach you or to talk to, then it's not possible to maybe even sell a product or get someone joining under you. So those are the key skills and they are the beginning skills. So if you are here and you are feeling like maybe there's a way you've not been doing it right, go out now and invest in doing it right. You can rewind this video because we are recording it. Then you can still listen and learn. And we also have a book that helps you. It is called GoPro. Everyone should get this book. It is even available on soft copy because GoPro is talking about the 7 steps to becoming a network marketing professional. 7 steps to becoming a network professional. These are the very 7 steps are the prospecting, the inviting, the presenting, the closing, the follow-up, So, and starting right and even promoting events. So those are the 7 steps, and it's very good to read them. They are very important. And so this book is very simple by Eric Warren. And you can also follow him. You can attend his events. They are only for GoPro events. They are called GoPro, and it's going professional. And I believe from this, we are all going to go professionals because we want to build our businesses. Amen. Thank you so much. God bless you. And I believe you have learned something. I now want to